is a piece of pipework, it's very, very long. Over here, the small intestines roughly 15 feet, 4.5 meters, and the large intestines 1.5 meters, another 5 feet in length. So in total, you have about 20 feet of pipework, or roughly 6 meters. Another way you can look at chronic constipation is simply looking at this photo. This is just a simple illustration. It's not accurate, but it'll help you understand, okay, what we're dealing with is a very long piece of pipework. If I'm dealing with chronic constipation, there's a lot of waste material trapped inside my body right now. It could be in the small intestines, large intestines. I am not getting the waste material out of my body. Now, most of you, you're experiencing this. This is your colon, the ascending portion transverse, and the descent. You need to go from the picture on the left to the picture on the right. Most people cannot get this done. Now, when your elimination is incomplete, residues of old feces build up in layers on the walls of the colon. As they putrefy, this word means rot and decay. They can cause health problems, pain, and discomfort. Okay? I'm just like many of y'all out there. Years ago, I was like this. I was sitting on the toilet for a very long time. I had veins popping out the side of my temples, huffing and puffing, begging and pleading, making deals to the Almighty. After all that work, what did I get? Nothing. Small little pebble. And you may be experiencing the same problem as well. You may be wondering, I'm putting a lot of effort, but nothing is coming out. Where did it all go? Let me tell you, you're still eating every single day because you get so hungry. So you're still packing in food inside the small and large intestines, but it's not exiting. So this large intestine is just gradually getting dilated over time. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and your problem gets worse and worse and worse, unresolved. Now, how do I know this is a big problem all over the world? Chronic constipation. Any type of permutations we're looking at constipation keywords, it is undefeated. The search volume for this keyword is recession-proof. The stock market could go crazy tomorrow. Okay, the real estate market could go crazy tomorrow. Constipation relief, the amount of people looking for constipation relief, it is always increasing year over year. It has never contracted. And not just in English language, in Spanish, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Arabic, Portuguese, Spanish. I don't care who you are, where you are. Chronic constipation is a huge problem all over the world. Today I'm going to teach you a protocol that I've used over the past 5+ years. This protocol helped me resolve chronic constipation, and it's using all natural ingredients. I taught this program for myself. I taught my family members how to do this, and I also taught hundreds of people all over the world. Now you can just watch this free video and get a lot of benefits from doing this. And this is for those of you are just mildly constipated. Maybe you're 1 to 2 days chronically constipated. You must deal with it right away. You can't let it sit. Because many of y'all, you push things off. 1 to 2 days chronic constipation will become 2 to 3 days, becomes 3 to 4 days, becomes 4 to 5 days. There are many people that go an entire week without a bowel movement, or even 2 weeks without a bowel movement. They're out there, and they've already seen the specialists, they've seen the GI doctors, they're still not getting their problem resolved. So for those of you, of course, none of this professional medical advice, diagnosis, and treatment. You have to continue to find and work with your doctor, naturopathic doctor, integrated medicine to find what works for you. Now I'm just going to check across my social media, making sure everything is running smoothly. See, maybe on 1 second, okay? And the benefit of you being on this call, you can actually ask you questions along the way. Now, I may not get to it right away, but this call is also recorded. You can come back to it. If you leave a message, I'll get back to it later and you can watch my answer. These are the ingredients that you're going to buy at the grocery store. You're going to buy yourself some apple cider vinegar, some citrus fruits. You can choose between limes, lemons, or grapefruit. Highly recommend using grapefruit. Then you're going to get pink salt. You can use the fine grained pink salt. I'm also go to Amazon real quick. Amazon, you can also buy something called food grade Epsom salt. If you do not want to use pink salt, that's perfectly fine. You can just set food grade Epsom salt. Most Epsom salts out there, they're more for soaking purposes. They're not for consumption. So you make sure you find the right Epsom salt for you. Okay? So it's got to be food grade. Yeah, a couple of other things I also want you to buy at the grocery store. This is the screenshot. You want to get yourself a bottle of water, about 2 liters in volume. Get yourself a metal mesh strainer. This is a single press squeezer. For your limes, lemons, or grapefruit. Get yourself some measuring cups, but say the amount of milliliters on them so you're measuring accurately. This is the apple cider vinegar that I bought. This is the pink salt. Then you're going to buy yourself a stainless steel thermos. You may have one already, but you want to make sure you buy one with over a volume of 1 liter. Then you're going to prepare black coffee also in a stainless steel cup. Okay. So these are the ingredients, and also screenshot this so you have everything that you need for the self-loss protocol. And you can just set all of these items in a bag so you can go for it anytime you need to use it. I still use the self-loss protocol once a week. It's been over 5 years. I still do this once a week. It's kind of like you brush your teeth every day, but how often do you clean yourself on the inside? To renew yourself on the inside, to get all the waste material out of your body from the inside. And obviously you shower regularly, right? Well, we need to find something that's going to clean ourselves from the inside, and this is what we do. Now, this is a solution that you drink down. This is not one of those enemas protocols where you put maybe coffee or water up your back end. It's not like that. So this is how we're going to prepare it. But there's a little bit of fasting period. Just be prepared for this. So you can also screenshot this the night before. You're finishing dinner around 7:30 p.m. Okay? You're not eating any late night snacks. You're just going to finish dinner, but you can still drink some liquids after dinner. That's it. Next morning when you wake up, same thing. You can drink some liquids, but you cannot eat any breakfast. Do not eat any breakfast. At 11 a.m. on an empty stomach, make this in thermos. I want you to add 1 tablespoon and 2 teaspoons of pink salt or food grade Epsom salt. So that's 25 milliliter of salt total. 1 tablespoon is 15 ml, and each teaspoon is 5 ml. So 25 you have total. Because you're using 2 teaspoons, you're going to cut and squeeze 3 lemons or limes, or using 1 grapefruit filtered. Use 1 grapefruit filtered through the metal mesh screener or strainer. You do not want any pulp or any seeds. I want this solution to be as smooth as possible. Same thing with the apple cider vinegar. You're just going to use a 1/4 cup, 60 milliliters, and you're going to also pour it through the metal mesh strainer. Next, you're going to add 2.5 cups of hot water. This is about 600 ml of hot water. You're going to stir it up. Okay. Next, you're going to add another cup of room temperature water, kind of bring back the temperature of this solution. Bring it back down just a little bit. You're going to mix everything in here in the stainless steel thermos. Okay. Also, the black coffee you're going to prepare is also going to be prepared in a stainless steel cup. You're not going to use any items you can break. A mistake that I made in the past is that I used something that was glass or ceramic in this process. Well, this process is going to create such a lasting effect, you may knock things over. When you're knocking things over, this glass, this ceramic may break. Now yet your whole floor is wet. You run into the bathroom, you're slipping and falling, and you're falling on this broken glass. Now you're all cut up. You're all cut, you go into the bathroom, and you might be ending up at the ER. And you're ending up at the ER, the doctor's looking at you, you're still shitting out of your behind. You got glass all over your body. When the doctor's asking you, what the hell did you do to yourself? And then you said, I don't know what happened. I just watched this YouTube video. Please don't mention my name. I already told y'all, do not use anything glass. You're responsible for everything in your life. Now, once this is prepared, I want you to get into a very relaxed meditative state. The way that you do it, you can listen to Rachmaninoff, Piano Concerto 2, Movement 2. Be very, very relaxed. Okay, you want to be having some deep breathing. You're breathing through your nose, and then you can feel your stomach rising up and down. And that's the state I want you to be in throughout this whole process. You want to detach yourself away from the outcome of this whole experience. Some of you may find a lot of these testimonials online. I have a lot of testimonials, and people may try to rush through the self-flush protocol, and I do not recommend that. You want to drink this slow, at an easy pace. You can take 45 minutes, you can take an hour and a half. It's not a rush. And this is how you're going to drink it. A lot of people also mess this up. Number one, I'm going to take a tiny sip of this water, hold it in your mouth. Then you're going to take a bigger gulp of the self-flush solution, drinking it down. Okay? Then you're going to take a tiny sip of the black coffee to reward yourself. Okay, because it's a very familiar taste. When you first start drinking this, it's unfamiliar and your body may not be used to it at all. What I want you to do is just go at an easy pace. Go and take a tiny sip of this water, hold it in your mouth, take a bigger gulp of the self-flush solution, drinking it down. As long as it's not burning your tongue, it's got some temperature to it, you can drink it down, then drink it down. Because I want this slightly warm temperature to expand your pipes. Because hot expands, cold contracts. Okay? As we're expanding this pipe, we're expanding the small intestines, getting the waste material out of the small intestine. And that's what the solution is going to do. It's going to begin cleaning out the small intestines. Sipping on this black coffee is just kind of to reward yourself to repeat this process over and over again. Now, you may not like the taste of this product at all. No problem. I highly recommend you guys getting some stainless steel straws. Some stainless steel straws that you can use that can help you avert this taste. Now, I've done this hundreds of times already, so it doesn't bother me at all in the slightest bit. But when you first begin, it doesn't taste good. But that's why I highly recommend you guys using grapefruit. Grapefruit, it's going to give it that kind of a slightly sweet taste, but it has a beautiful fragrance to it. I think that's going to be a lot better for you. Over here, take a tiny sip of the bottled water, hold it in your mouth. Take a bigger gulp of the self-flush solution, drinking it down. Then you're going to sip on black coffee. Repeating steps 1 through 3, but your goal is to finish the self-flush solution first. Your goal is to put this thing down inside your stomach. You need to let it do its work, and it's going to work its way through your stomach. And if you ever have that feel of you're about to throw up, then do not drink anything. Set everything aside. Go back to deep breathing. Go back to deep breathing and relax. Okay, so your pyloric sphincter over here can relax and let the self-flush solution pass through. When those feelings subside, then you continue to drink the self-flush solution. The self-flush solution is going to work its way through the small intestines at 4.5 meters. It's going to push the waste material to the large intestines. This is the ascending portion. And everyone's a little bit different. Over time, you're going to have that feeling to go to the bathroom. You're going to have that feel. It's like, okay, I want to use the bathroom, and then you just go. You're never trying to force anything out. You may do some light stretching, you may do some walks simply around your room, okay? And through that process, just sitting on the toilet, be as relaxed as possible, and let the waste material fall out. That's the goal. You're never trying to clench or force the waste material out, okay? Next, you're gonna have some solids coming out first, and then you're gonna have some soft poop coming out, and over time, it's gonna be really, really soft poop. Everyone's a little bit different through this process. Just find your own rhythm. Some people, after they drink the soft flow solution, they may take another 30 minutes for this to happen. Some people may use the bathroom even before they finish the soft flow solution, and that's fine. And I still recommend people, if you start going to the bathroom, keep on drinking. You want to strike the iron while it's still hot. And over time, it's going to become torn brown water. When it transitions to this water coming out, I want you to increase the water pressure by drinking more of this water bottle, increasing water pressure, drinking and flushing out more debris from the small and large intestines. Right now, you're just blasting things out. You're experiencing this diarrhea tsunami, all this waste material coming out of your behind. And most people, when I share this with people, they don't believe me. They think it's just exaggeration, hyperbole. Well, if you do this and then you follow my directions, okay, it will be very helpful for you. Possibly even go get in my program so I really tell you guys all the specific details. You know exactly what to do. You will produce this laxative effect. And you're just adding more water pressure through this transition period from here to here to increase that water pressure. So what's this happen? You just cleared out all the small and large intestines, all the waste material that was trapped inside the colon, it's already out. Even the soft flush that you just drank earlier, it's already out in the bathroom, okay? And now just adding more water on top, and you should see this water color becoming lighter over time. That's the goal. You're looking at this, you're like, okay, I'm making a lot of progress. And the smell should also subside as well. When you first start doing this, it smells absolutely horrendous because you have so much waste material trapped inside all the Bojangles, all the Chick-fil-A, all the McDonald's, all the Burger King, all the nasty Taco Bell, okay, all that Costco samples, all the frozen pizzas, all the potato chips, okay, all the Texas barbecue, Chitlin collard greens, what else do you have? All the fried chicken from KFC. There's still remnants of that crap inside of you. Until you resolve and clear out this whole pipe completely, your body's not going to recover. Most people, their bodies just don't recover. Now, after you do this, I also want to recommend you guys get into a squatting position. You can get yourself a stool, or even buy yourself some type of a squat situation. So you are using a squatting position to use the bathroom. We are not meant to use the 90 degree. When we are sitting on this 90 degree, that's what's causing a lot of chronic constipation. I also recommend you guys flipping up this toilet seat. You don't need the toilet seat. The toilet seat has a tendency to squeeze on your butt cheeks. As it squeezes in on your butt cheeks, it's going to compress against your anus, and you wonder why you have problems defecating, getting the waste material out. Now, after you drink the water, and then you can see the water becomes lighter and lighter and lighter, then you completed your self-flush protocol. I want you to eat some probiotics. You might even take a shower just to relax, okay? Take some probiotics and always follow it up with some electrolytes. This could be watermelons, could be coconut water, okay? Could be some type of a sports drink. You can also make your own sports drink because you got to replenish back up your sodium chloride, your potassium, magnesium, calcium. I haven't tried any of these hydration supplements, but you guys can look into it if you want, see if it helps you. I think coconut water probably the best. You know, you can also add a little bit of salt, because if you just drink straight up water, then it's a solvent, right? Drinking just solvents by itself, it actually washes out your electrolytes. So you got to replenish it back up. I also recommend if you're drinking coconut water, you can also put in a small little pinch of sea salt, or, you know, Celtic sea salt, some pink salt, to replenish those minerals. So watermelons, coconut water, replenish electrolytes. And go back into eating some really soft foods such as papaya. You can eat congee, you can eat even oatmeal. But the food should not be complicated. You cannot go back into your trash eating. You guys understand? You guys got to go back to eating healthy foods. Foods that comes from nature. Prepare this in advance so you have plenty of it. Okay? Maybe you're slow cooking some sweet potatoes. Okay, you got some vegetables already ready, maybe some beans. And that's going to help rebuild your body back up. So that is really a self-flush in a nutshell. How do you clean out your small and large intestines combined? Now, I don't know how serious the situation is. Maybe you are so chronically constipated and you may need other professional assistance. I'm going to show you what a colon hydrotherapy is. Now, I have not done this. I'm just saying, I had a friend, she was in this industry. She told me her health benefited a lot from doing this on a regular basis. Now, this one cleans out your colon. You're laying down here on this apparatus, and the colon hydrotherapists are putting in hot water through your back end. Okay, just like this. Now, they're just getting all this waste material out of the body, because a lot of y'all, you have a colon that is encrusted with fecal matter, hardened fecal matter. And you may have to go in every single day for a whole week just to get yourself back regular. I don't know what your situation is. You're going to have to find how problematic, and you need to get the winning combination for yourself. Okay? And you need to communicate very well with the colon hydrotherapist, because if they don't know what they're doing and they're adding in that water pressure too quick, then you may get a perforation in your colon, and now your feces are going outside of your colon, and you may go into something called sepsis shock and end up at the ER. That is life-threatening. You guys understand? There's always a risk if you do any type of health protocol. Always a risk. Doesn't matter if you do a colon hydrotherapy. Doesn't matter if you do a self-flush protocol that is out there, right? And there's definitely a risk if you do nothing. Most people, they just opt to do absolutely nothing until the problem is so severe they end up at the ER, which I'll be discussing in a little bit. Now, I want to just spin through my social media to see if you guys have any questions for me. Okay? Welcome. Someone's on my YouTube. Appreciate you can ask your questions. So maybe some of y'all, you're just experiencing chronic constipation nightmare. Hopefully I can help a little bit on your journey. Alright, today I'm going to talk a lot about different liabilities, concerns, or practical pessimism, because most of you don't have a healthy dose of fear. So I have to use pain to make you do something. Now, when you're not dealing with your chronic constipation, you think that is a joke. You may even joke around with YouTubers to talk about how they don't use the bathroom for days at a time. Well, you may end up with a toxic megacolon. This is a life-threatening complication, inflammatory bowel diseases. It's called permanent damage to the large and small intestines. This is characterized by swelling and dilation of large intestine due to the inflammation and accumulation of large amount of gas. I'm telling y'all, just because I'm reading these different texts from medical websites doesn't mean I agree with everything that they say. This stuff could be very problematic because, number one, this is more than gas. This is all the trash you've eaten all over the earth. It's not going outside of your body. Now the doctor has to surgically remove your whole colon. That's what it is. And this did not come out of a silverback gorilla. No, came out of a human being because it kept dilating over the years. Now, they have so many other surgeries for you if you start to cut up your colon. Now, they may not remove the whole colon. They may have something called hemicolectomy. Okay? And if you're dealing with a left hemicolectomy, let's just say the descending portion is completely removed, they're going to do plug and play. There's a lot of plug and play in the medical industrial complex. They just reattach the remaining sections like it's no big deal. Okay. Over here, let's just say you deal with a colostomy. The end portion of your colon's disease, and the doctor remove it. Let's just say the doctor identify, okay, this area here is completely messed up, expanded, now it's diseased, we need to cut it all out. Well, you may wonder, how does this person go to the bathroom? Well, they're going to install something called a stoma. They're going to create a hole, a stoma, in the abdominal wall, allows waste to leave the body. A colostomy bag attaches to the stoma to collect the waste. You're going to have to manage this bag for the rest of your life. Alright? Over here, you have the ascending portion of your colon, and they somehow removed this ascending portion because it was diseased. More plug and play. This is the part that was attached to the small intestines. This is your appendix right here. So what they do is they take the small intestines and reattach it to the rest of the remaining colon. Over here, there's another procedure. It's called ileoanal anastomosis. Now, when they remove the colon, like they did over here, well, you may wonder, how does the person use the bathroom now? This is the procedure. They're going to take the remaining portion of your small intestine and create a pouch around your anus. This allows you to expel waste normally, although you'll likely have several watery bowel movements daily. You may have to wear an adult diaper for the rest of your life. This is something called a severely displaced colon. This lady was only 23 years old. She has a severely displaced colon, and a healthy, normal colon should look like this: ascending, transverse, descending portion of the colon. Her colon, because of chronic constipation, it got displaced. It goes up, then it loops back down, then it loops back up again, before finally making its way back down. Over here, looping back down, kind of got a kink in the hose. Over here, it has to loop back up. Did you notice how this is up in her chest area? It's pressing up against her lungs. I would not be surprised if she was also experiencing shortness of breath, breathing problems, difficulty in breathing. Even when she's standing up, all this waste material has to fight against gravity just to get to this portion of the colon before finding its way back to the downside. And that's what you're going to get if you ignore chronic constipation. Okay, this is diverticulitis. Now, these are different pouches. They're called diverticula. They start to form the GI tract. This is the descending portion of your colon. All right. Now, they tell you the risk factors for diverticulitis is age over 40, male, overweight, eating a low-fiber diet, eating higher fat red meat, not enough exercise, taking non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like aspirin, ibuprofen, steroids, opioids, and smoking. Signs and symptoms of this condition include pain, tenderness in the left lower side of the abdomen, nausea, vomiting, chills, cramps in the lower abdomen, nausea or diarrhea, rectal bleeding. Another thing that happens to you if you don't deal with chronic constipation. Over here, ulcerative colitis. So this is inflammation in the colon. Periods of symptom flare-ups followed by periods of remission without symptoms. Now, these different symptoms include a combination of diarrhea, bloody stools, abdominal cramping, weight loss. Treatments usually consist of corticosteroids, immunosuppressants, biologics. What these drugs do, they actually suppress the immune response. They suppress the symptom flare-ups. Now, did you treat the root of the problem? You did not treat the root of the problem. You're simply masking the problem by taking corticosteroids. Over here, Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease is both inflammation in the small and large intestines. Now, your signs could be diarrhea, stomach aches or cramps, blood in the stool, tiredness or fatigue, and weight loss. Now, a lot of doctors will say, well, this could be caused due to genes, problem in the immune system, smoking, previous stomach bug, abnormal balance of gut bacteria, family history, smoking, certain medications like antibiotics, birth control pill, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, aspirin, ibuprofen, high-fat diet. Now, when people are taking a whole bunch of antibiotics, it's destroying your microbiome. You need that microbiome, that microflora, to provide that protective layer over the small and large intestines, including your stomach. When you don't have that, you may get that ulcerative surface that's going to come back again and again because of the antibiotics. What happens when people are dealing with chronic constipation? Well, they're sitting on the toilet for a very, very long time, right? And there's pushing, there's squeezing. They may experience something called a rectal prolapse. This is extremely problematic, and many people have them because they're pushing so hard on their rectum. Part of the rectum actually flips inside out. A lot of old people deal with this day in and day out. And they could also get infected. So they may be dealing with something called anal abscesses and fistulas. Okay? And it's very, very problematic. Over here, people can also be dealing with anal fissures. Anal fissures are very common for people that are chronically constipated. A fissure is simply some type of a breakage, a crack, or splitting of your anus. Okay? Very, very painful. Now, when you're talking to doctors about your rectal prolapse or anal fissures, they may say something like, well, several factors are thought to be linked to rectal prolapse. There's no clear-cut cause. An estimated 30% to 67% of patients have chronic constipation. Infrequent stools is severe straining, and an additional 15% have diarrhea. In the past, this condition was soon to be linked to giving birth multiple times vaginal delivery. However, as many as 35% of patients with rectal prolapse never gave birth, and it can occur in men. There might be some genetic predisposition to this condition. In other words, some patients are more prone, based on their genes, to develop this condition while others don't. Listen, they always want to take you on a whole bunch of detours. You got to be very careful. There are many detours out there in this whole industry, okay? Because they want to continue to put you on medications. For example, even I had hemorrhoids at one point. I was going to the CVS. I was buying Preparation H. You never want to be that guy buying Preparation H, because I was experiencing this. And the Preparation H, it helps deal with some of the discomfort, the inflammation. So, but it doesn't solve the root of the problem. These are the swollen veins, which can cause a lot of anal itching. So when you're sitting down at work, it's very, very problematic. So you're constantly trying to scratch it, but you're also maybe bleeding out down there. Many people have this. Many, many people have this. Now, what we're going to deal with is over here, you may be sent to a proctologist. A proctologist says, oh, we're going to examine you, right? These are highly specialized medical doctors, colorectal surgeons. They're going to examine your behind. They could be called bottom whispers. They'd be ready for you. They got their latex gloves ready for you. Now they're going to offer you different procedures to tuck back in your rectal prolapse, to patch up your anal fissure, or somehow do a surgery to eliminate your hemorrhoids. Now, did you really solve the root of the problem? Did you really solve the root of the problem? Because if your problem is still upstream, you're only chronic constipation, and you're still doing this day after day, you're going to develop new rectal prolapse. You're going to have new anal abscesses and fistulas, new anal fissures, new hemorrhoids. Do you guys understand? So wouldn't it be a much smarter thing to do just to get rid of the chronic constipation? You want to fix chronic constipation early, okay? You want to fix it regularly. Okay, get yourself back regular. I want to just check my different things, making sure there are no questions. QQ, Claire. Claire, are you on? If you can hear me. So as we are dealing with so I want to give you guys some practical pessimisms going forward, because there are many people dealing with this problem and they've already gone to the doctors. They've already gone to see the different specialists. They're still not getting their problem resolved. Check this out. I'm impacted. All home remedies, OTC, laxatives, enemas, dietary changes, additions, nutritional oils quit working last month all of a sudden. The ER couldn't reach it, and their enemas didn't work. The highest dosage of lenses does nothing, and the Miralax colonoscopy prep's giving me overflow diarrhea. Small bits are coming off the impaction, probably from the hospital, enemas got Saturday. What else can I do? I feel like the impaction is way too big to get out, and it seems like nothing is softened enough. Let's read another one. Hello, I've been struggling with severe chronic constipation for a couple of years now, but it's only gotten worse over the last 6 months or so. I've been prescribed Trulance and lenses, highest doses for both, and neither of those medications are working very well for me at this point. I can pass a little bit of stool, but not much, so I'm constantly extremely backed up. I have to spend about half my waking hours lying down because I'm so bloated and nauseous, often in pain. As far as OTC laxatives, nothing really works there either. Duclos, enemas, suppositories, magnesium citrate, nothing works. I was supposed to have a colonoscopy today, but couldn't keep the bowel prep down. The procedure had been rescheduled for a month from now, and one of the nurses at my GI office prescribed a pill-based cleanse. The pill is called Sutab, and I was warned ahead of time that patients often had trouble completely emptying their bowels with this pill. So given my struggles, I'm doubtful that this will actually work for me. Here's my question. Has anyone here gone to the point where nothing works? Meds or OTC laxatives and had to have sort of in-office medical procedure done? I'm so sick and so miserable. What about professional colonics? I'm not even sure how those work. If anyone has any advice or experience with this, I'd be very grateful if you could share with me what you ended up doing, what the outcome was like. Thank you. So, as you can see, many people, there are entire Facebook pages of this. There are many forums all over the world where people are sharing their constipation woes, their constipation nightmares. Okay? There's plenty of it. Now, today I'm going to share with you something that's probably off your radar screen, which is internal parasites. Many people are wondering why they've been going to the doctors. They've been doing this, that, and the third. How come it's not fixing their chronic constipation? They've taken every laxative that is out there, not just OTCs. They've done the nutritional stuff. They've done all the prescription strength at the highest dosage. All right, look, parasites are very common. They're very common in first world countries. Doesn't matter where you live. People are finding worms in their Whole Food Market salmon, their Costco salmon, okay? There are entire museums out there that got parasites. I mean, this one in Japan's got 60,000 specimens. And from my research, there's about 1,000, there's about 100 species that can attack the human body. Over here, the United States, the National Parasite Collection, it's got 100,000 specimens, and they continue to find new ones every year. I'm going to go over some basic full-blown organisms: liver fluke, pinworms, tapeworms, and roundworms. And you may have multiple species of parasites in your body right now. Over here, you have the liver fluke. Liver fluke hatches in water. They first attack some intermediary host, such as a snail. By attacking that snail, they will grow to a certain size. They exit the snail and land on some vegetation, such as some raw watercress. Over here, the cow or the sheep, they compare to consume that watercress, and that's how you get the liver fluke inside your body. Talk to anybody that's in ranching, I don't care, Idaho, South Dakota, Colorado, Montana, Australia, New Zealand, they have to deal with liver flukes every single year because their livestock is having health problems. They're losing hair, losing their coat. They're very, very lethargic. They have no energy. They're getting sick. Well, they have medications for their animals so they can get rid of liver flukes. When liver flukes get inside your body, they're going to attack your liver. Your liver holds a lot of vitamins and minerals. Inside here, the liver flukes extract its nutrients while they survive, continue to survive and replicate inside of you. I want you guys to spend some time on YouTube. There is a video, just type in Animal Planet liver fluke. Animal Planet liver fluke, okay? This is a very, very eye-opening little documentary. This lady was suffering with liver flukes for over 4 years, and the doctors could not find anything wrong with her. Isn't that frustrating? When you're dealing with something in your body and the doctors cannot find what's wrong with you, and they finally found out, well, you actually have liver flukes inside of you. Thankfully, there was a GI doctor that was able to identify this parasite. Now, I'm just telling y'all, listen, parasites are so problematic. They're everywhere. They're different parasites that will attack different parts of your organs. Liver fluke, they attack your liver. This other parasite, they attack your kidneys, or these are parasites that would directly attack your kidneys. What are the risk factors? Where if you're eating a lot of raw steak or undercooked meats, okay, such as Korean barbecue, steak tartars, there is that risk. If you're eating intestinal products, such as the collard greens, chitlin collard greens, we eat a lot of intestinal products in Asia. You got the hot pot, you have sushi, sashimi, you're going to have problems there. Tapeworms are very problematic. You can find them in pork, you can find them in cows, you can also find them in fish. All right, this is what they look like under the microscope. This is the different suckers that they have. The suckers gives them a very strong foothold on your intestinal wall, so they're not going anywhere. This is the rostellum. Rostellum, they hook onto your body, and that's how they suck the life force out of you. This is their basic anatomy. You have these progotas. This is their reproductive cycle, reproductive system. They're hermaphrodites, so they can reproduce all by themselves. Each progota can produce 100,000 eggs. Okay, somebody pulled out a 59 feet tapeworm from their behind. This is 18 meters in total. That's how long that tapeworm. So if you have few of those inside your intestinal tract, don't you think people will have problems getting the waste material out of their body? Your pets could also be infested with a lot of parasites. This is a tapeworm getting pulled out by their owner. This is an American bull. Okay, these are roundworms. And over here, this is a botfly being extracted out of the nasal cavity of the cat. Many, many parasites can also go to the next generation through the gestation period or through the mother's milk. So you often find these rescue puppies. Why do they have so many worms? Well, they got it through the gestation period. So if you're very, very close with your pets, that is a huge risk factor. Maybe your kid is coming down, all these different issues, skin problems, digestive problems, every other food that they eat is some type of a food allergy. Listen, it may be parasites. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And you're not deworming your dog or yourself. Or you're deworming your dog, but you're not deworming yourself. What else do we have? You may be traveling abroad, drinking contaminated water, or you are eating a lot of raw vegetation, raw watercress. There could be parasites on them. Of course, raw meats. So when your parasites are taking over your body, they may take over to such a degree, your organs, they may begin to shut down a little bit. I'm not kidding. This is called cysticercosis in the liver. Or they begin to attack your muscle tissues, or they go outside of your digestive tract and begin to attack your brain. This is called neurocysticercosis, which can end up in epileptic seizures or headaches. This is also very common in Asia. People are eating raw blood. Maybe you go to places in Vietnam and Cambodia. They have delicacies out there where they're using raw ingredients. And some of them, they do know it causes parasites. They are getting parasites in their body. Now, over here, there's just a lot of them, they can even see parasites on the surface of their skin. Pinworms are very common. According to PubMed, it's affecting almost 1 billion people worldwide from all socioeconomic classes. So it doesn't matter if you are rich or poor, okay? You may get pinworms, and you may see little children scratching their behind, or if you see adults scratching their behind. Now, you have these things called white blood cells. You have different white blood cells: monocytes, eosinophils, basophils, neutrophils, lymphocytes. Now, you have a very, very strong immune system that can find and target these parasites. But the problem is, we are in the era, people are taking so many medications, right? So when you begin with antibiotics, it may disrupt your microbiome. Now you're coming down with a whole bunch of digestive problems. Later on, the doctor prescribes you corticosteroids. Well, now you have corticosteroids suppress your immune system. Listen, if you suppress your immune system, that means your white blood cells are not going to work fighting off these parasitic infections. Of course, none of this professional medical advice, science, and treatments. You guys continue to do your own research. Over here, they have to get all their roundworms extracted out of their colon by the doctor. Now, when you have this many roundworms, of course, you're going to have problems getting the waste material out of the body. You cannot even poop properly. Your body has so much just parasites in the way, so you cannot defecate properly. Or they begin to attack your liver, and your doctor has to pull them out one by one. Here are some different herbs you guys got to look into. Work with your doctor, naturopathic doctor, integrated medicine. People have experience dealing with internal parasites. So here's clove bud. Next you have wormwood. This is Vermox, Mebendazole. This is OTC medications. Over here you have black walnut, wormwood combination, tincture form. This is in pill form. This is Mebendazole, very, very common in Asia. For your dogs, look into Panicure C, Fenbenzidole. Work with your vet. For your cats, look into Frontline or Advocate. They have a lot of different worms. Now, you may be also dealing with single-cell protozoans. There are many different parasites. They're single-cell protozoans. They're very, very small. And they're going to cause disruptions in your body as well, including chronic constipation, diarrhea, or a combination of both. And your doctors may prescribe albendazole or this other product to eliminate other parasites in your body. This product is primarily, you don't need a prescription for it, but look into it for yourself. Over here, there are many different medications in the market, many different herbal blends. Find a winning combination for you and eliminate parasites one by one, because they are that problematic. Now, starting at the top, what did we discuss today? We discussed our digestive system, how to clean it out from beginning to end. Okay, we understand our digestive system is a very long piece of pipework. We need to clean out this pipework on a regular basis. I don't recommend you guys just jump into a parasite cleanse right away. You need to find a way to clean out the small and large intestines combined first, just like riding a bike. You know how to clean that out over time. Then you can consider dealing with your internal parasites by taking these herbal products or OTC medications under the guidance of your doctor. And after you take them, you're going to jump back into another protocol that can flush out the dead parasites. Maybe you use something like this, using a salt flush protocol that can eliminate those internal parasites, the dead parasites. And you do this on a regular basis. To eliminate parasites is going to be about a 2 to 3 months project. Okay? And that is also a preventative thing, so you're not going out there with your friends, eat a whole bunch of raw foods like sushi, sashimi, if you're not eating hot pot, if you are going after your parasites, it's the preventative stuff, but it's also the detoxing side. It's both. You need to focus on both. So I'm gonna spin through my. Yeah, do you have any questions? Somebody's watching on my YouTube. Appreciate you. Oh, so who am I? My name is John. My name is regular guy. This is me before I could not lose weight. Had a lot of digestive problems, including chronic constipation nightmares. And now I look like this all year round, okay? And I teach people how to lose 3 to 5 pounds per month or go into the gym. You guys can get this program. I'll leave the link. And over here, you guys can find me. This is me before. Could not lose weight. Even though I was going to the gym, I was working out hard. I even had a personal trainer. I was not able to get the results. Now, in my program, you'll learn my story and the introduction to the digestive system. I give you my shopping list, how to make the salt flush, do this exactly. How to drink the salt flush solution, do this exactly. How to cook professionally, do this exactly. What to do after the salt flush, how to get rid of internal parasites. So over here, some people, they experience weight loss, improved digestive health, increased energy levels, enhanced self-confidence, reduce brain fog, better body odor control. That is huge, you guys. A lot of people, you have the worst body odor because you can't get rid of the waste material out of the body. So all that waste material will exude out of your skin. Your confidence in appearance, okay, that's another benefit. Improve overall health, long-term wellness. There are people finding me online and they're getting great results just from watching my stuff, free stuff online. I did your protocol last night. Holy crap, I was not prepared for what came out. You have helped me so much. I just purchased your program to support you. Thanks and many blessings. Appreciate you, Nate Ritchie. This is my friend from Italy, my friend from Malaysia. I have a lot of testimonials, not just in English, but also in Chinese. You guys can even translate these photos on some type of an app, so you can find a lot of them. Sure, a lot of funny testimonials. This one says that it's kind of like firing rockets out of their ass. That's what happens. Okay. And then people are finding ways with the recipe. Some people call it a tsunami. Okay. And I enjoy reading these. I really appreciate you guys sending these. And I know my protocol is helping out hundreds and hundreds of people out there. And people are also sharing it with their friends and family. And feel free, you guys, to bless me, right? If you find this to be a great blessing to you, get the program, okay? Or you can send me a tip after you guys gotten a lot of benefits from it, right? So this is a lady that I know as well. She did it with her mother together. That's fantastic. And this person also here found out they have so much junk inside their stomach. Very, very thank you for sharing. Over here, this is Colin, shared a video testimonial. People are shy. People don't really like to show their faces. Some people show, but I still don't post their pictures up because I want to respect their privacy. Unless they tell me, hey, just share my photo with the world. Now, you can find me on Instagram. You can find with me on Instagram and find me and see if you want to work with me one-on-one, okay? Toybox J, appreciate you for joining me. And love to see you guys continue to find success, okay? Over here, you guys can, I'm going to give you guys different things that you guys can get from my site. So I have a lot of different PDFs you guys can look at. So over here, I'm going to share with you what I got. All right. And over here, imagine unlocking a version of yourself that oozes confidence, vitality, and undeniable allure. People work with me because they crave transformation, whether it's a seductive tone of a better confidence, a heightened sex drive, or youthful skin. What's my secret? I help you cleanse from the inside out. By teaching the power of a colon cleanse, parasite cleanse, liver cleanse, and kidney cleanse, I guide you to shed stubborn weight, improve digestion, and let your body radiate energy like never before. Let me awaken your potential. It's time to feel lighter, healthier, and irresistibly magnetic. Okay, so over here, this is my main program, and you can also get how to get rid of internal parasites. I teach you guys how to do that. Over here, I show you guys how to clean out your liver. Okay, over here, the no BS guide to digestive system weight loss secret. Of course, please also feel free to tip me anytime, because what I share right here, man, it's going to help you for the rest of your life. It's going to benefit you for the rest of your life. And if you show me some love, you will be more active in actually investing in your own health. Oftentimes, you see a lot of free programs online. We don't take any action because you're like, oh, we think this is free. So there's no value, right? Until you invest in yourself. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, there's also a program here. Okay, one-on-one coaching is available. You guys can work with me one-on-one. And this is a 30-day transformation package. You guys get 4 coaching calls with me. So whether you're doing weight loss to regain your confidence, parasite cleanse to regain energy, liver and gallbladder cleanse to regain your sex drive. I kid you not. If you just fix your liver and gallbladder, you don't need to take no pills. You don't need to take no blue pill, no Viagra, none of that bullshit. That's dumb. Kidney detox to regain vibrant skin and hair. Mindset to win. And I'm also rebalance your 5 elements, understand your own energies through Chinese metaphysics. So the 5 different elements are fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. And each element is connected to a specific organ, so I have to run your chart. You want to know your birth date, but also the time, the exact time that you were born. Now, most people are very off balance by default. You need to know this to rebalance your energy, to heal your organs. Okay? So that's another product offer that I have. Highly recommend y'all jump on this. I'll also include in descriptions below. But I just want to thank y'all for jumping on this call with me. Maybe you're watching this later. Continue to find the right winning combination for yourself, okay? And highly recommend y'all, whether if you're going to get my program, maybe you just want to get on a coaching call with me, right? A coaching call with me, it's going to be $350. So I can craft together a plan just right for you. You guys understand? But if you want to work with me one-on-one for an extended period of time, 4 weeks, go for that too. So thanks again for y'all for watching my video. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to leave for Q&A. If you guys have any questions for Q&A, I'm going to spin through my social media. Once again, I'll be leaving my program links below so you guys can do the program, get the exact details that you need to be successful in this program, and wishing all of you vibrant health. Have an amazing